Hi, everyone. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome, New Navy CB. Welcome, Tasmagore. Welcome, Not Explosive. Welcome, Agar1983. Welcome, Ezra Ezura. Did I say it right? Welcome, Hunter Armstrong 19. Welcome, Augustin Lara 24. Augustin Lara says that they are deaf and uses American Sign Language, so I'm afraid you can't hear me. I wish you could. But I don't think automated closed captions are going to be able to keep up with what we're doing here on the stream tonight. Welcome to Lana Bean. Welcome, Harmony Enforcer. Welcome to the French Roast. Welcome, Not Explosive. Not Explosive asks, maybe a bad time to ask, when is Humans Who Make Games coming back? My podcast. I would love to do that podcast again. I haven't had time. I've been too busy. I have my other podcast, Factually, which I'm very proud of and takes a lot of work. Humans Who Make Games takes also a lot of work, and I have not yet been able to do both at once. I've been looking to partner with some other outlet to do it in order to do it more often. And so I have no yet plans to bring it back, but I would really like to at some point. What's up? Raman Nazar. Gunpei Ya Boy. Welcome. Is that Gunpei Ya Boy? Is that a reference to Gunpei Yokoi? Am I getting that right? The creator of the Game Boy? Is that his name? Let's see. Let's see if I find out. Gunpei Yokoi. Yeah, Gunpei Yokoi. Japanese video game designer who created the Game Boy and Metroid. Incredible reference, Gunpei Ya Boy. I am a real one. Thank you. I am a real one. I love to be called a real one. You love to see it, to use more internet lingo. It's a deep cut. Holy shit. I know my Nintendo. I'm a deep Nintendo fan. You've been watching this stream? You don't know that I know my Nintendo? Come on. Why do you think? Oh, it's pronounced Gunpei. Ah, Gunpei. Gunpei Yokoi. Got it. Thank you for the correction. John Ben 3294, welcome. Cyan Ninja 88, welcome. Augustin Lauren, where I already said your name, I think. Welcome to you. Welcome Cyan Ninja. Welcome Hidden Dimensions. We are not still making Adam Ruins Everything. Adam Ruins Everything is over. We made 65 episodes of it. I'm now working on a new show for Netflix entitled The G Word. We are finally entering pre-production, I think, now that it's getting a little bit more possible to film television shows in Los Angeles. Welcome, Salona Roan. Welcome, Hidden Dimension. I already said your name. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for watching, Augustin Lara. Here, I'm going to type in the chat. This thumbs up is for you, Augustin Lara. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks for being here. Welcome, Brass Cassette. It's good to see you as well. Okay, folks. This is the stand-up comedy show. This is STOPGAP Stand-Up. We do this every Thursday at 6 p.m. I welcome some of the greatest comedians I know from Los Angeles. And you know what? It's Zoom, so we can get comedians from elsewhere around the country. They're not all from Los Angeles tonight. Stand-up comedians who have been trapped in their homes, unable to perform their chosen art form, going stir-crazy, in fact. I was going stir-crazy. I was like, I need to see some stand-up comedians. I need to do some stand-up comedy. I need to host a comedy show with high energy and low preparation like I used to do before the pandemic. I got to do it. And thus, I created this show. And on this show, I bring in comedians, and we do stand-up comedy for you here tonight. Now, there's a couple things I do here on this show that try to make it a little bit special, okay? First of all, I have a standing desk, all right? Yes, I was able to invest in a home office, and I'm lucky to be able to do so. I have standing desk privilege, and I acknowledge it. But it does make the show better because, look, I'm able to do this shit. Look at this. Now it's a stand-up comedy show, all right? That's thing number one that I do. Thing number two I do is I host with a lot of energy. Thing number three is we try to have a live audience for this show. Where Dylan at, says Sister Stales. Dylan is going to be here. Dylan is going to be on the show. But you got to stick around to see the lineup. All right? Dylan's going to be on the show. Take your little seat and get ready to see Dylan McKeever. We got Dylan McKeever. We got Sammy Obeid. We got Michael Longfellow. We got an incredible show for you this evening. All right? Here's how we make it incredible with your help. What we do is get this. This isn't just a show where you watch on Twitch and you type la 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 into the comments, all right? This is a show where you join the Zoom audience and you can play a part in the show this evening. How about that? Here's how it's going to work. In just a moment, I'm going to paste a link in yonder chat. And when you click that link, you will enter the very Zoom room that I am broadcasting to you from. And the reason I want you to do this is because I want your laughs as part of the show. Stand-up comedy relies on audience laughter. There is no stand-up comedy without people laughing. It does not exist. We must have your laughs. Otherwise, we might as well just be in our own bathrooms telling jokes into our toilets, okay? We need you in this show. Now, if you don't want to join, you don't have to. You can sit and watch on Twitch and have a great time. But if you are able to contribute your laughs to the live show, we appreciate you so much. Get my fucking office chair out of here. It's not time for you. So here are the ground rules that we have, all right? Ground rule number 1 is when you join, please no video. If you see your video pop up, hit stop video. Ground rule number 2 is, please, when you're in the Zoom room, make no sounds other than laughter, okay? We only want your laughs. We don't want your comments. We don't want you saying, I think that happened to my buddy Eric, or anything like that. We just want you to laugh. Stand-up comedy rules, no heckling, only laughter, please. And rule number 3 is, if you are in a noisy environment, if your window blows open and a wolf jumps up to your window and starts howling in lonesome longing for its lost love. That's right. I know how to alliterate, goddammit. Then just please hit mute for a moment, okay? If something happens in your vicinity that makes a noise. That's all. Rule number 1, no video. Rule number 2, no sounds other than laughter. Rule number 3, please mute yourself if there is sound in your vicinity. Can we agree to that? Can we agree to the ground rules, everybody? I know you can. Oh, and then we also have some rules in the chat. Thank you, Bake, for posting those. We have some chat rules as well, of course. All right. So, a wolf broke into your buddy Eric's house. No, it didn't, you liar. Here we go. There is the Zoom room. You may join. Now, when you join, please start out muted. Please mute yourself when you enter. And I will tell you when to unmute. We're going to load you in. We're going to load you in. We're going to load you in. Please come and join the Zoom room today. You may come and join the Zoom room. You got yelled at by a cat? Terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, we got some folks coming in. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Mute yourselves to start. Mute yourselves to start. Mute yourselves to start. You got it. You got to mute yourself to start. Oh, my God. We got folks joining. Wonderful. We already have a quorum. Let's see if we can get a couple more, though. Let's see if we can get a couple more. I thank every single one of you for coming. You're a hero to comedy if you're able to join the room. Oh, Bake is in here. Thank you, Bake. Oh, my gosh. We've got a wonderful quorum here. We've got a quorum. All right. Well, we'll give it one more second to let other folks load in. This is going to be a hell of a show. This is going to be a hell of a show. French roast, a hacker voice. I'm in. I don't want to mess this up. Here we go. I'm in. Hacking. Great. Fantastic. I would love to learn ASL sometime, Augustine Lauren, but not right now. Okay, great. We've got everybody. We've got everybody in the room. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start the show now, okay? We're going to start a live stand-up comedy show here on Twitch. They said it couldn't be done, but we're going to do it. I'm going to leave stage this way, and I'm going to introduce myself from off camera. When I introduce myself, I want you to unmute and give me a big round of applause, and the show will begin. Ready for to have my sip of water. And I do my preset ritual. All right. Here I go. All right, everybody unmute. Everybody unmute. Don't look at my office chair. Everybody unmute. Unmute. Terrific. I want to see a couple more people unmute. I want to see a couple more unmuters. A couple more unmuters. Right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host for this evening, Adam Conover.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Oh, my God. What a wonderful welcome. You folks are amazing. I can't thank you enough for coming out to support live comedy. Are you ready for an amazing comedy show this evening?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes. Thank you for making that loud, boisterous sound in the confines of your own apartment, or perhaps your room at your parents' house. I'm sure this is the only comedy show you can watch without having to leave the room you grew up in, if you are so fortunate. You can look at your fucking wallpaper that you had while you were 6 years old and enjoy some dirty ass stand-up comedy. It is not going to be family friendly just because it's happening in your family's house. All right, I wrote some jokes very quickly. I haven't hosted a weekly stand-up show in a while. I started doing this in the pandemic, so I'm not used to generating this much material this fast. But I wrote a couple topical jokes. So let me try them out here. Let's start with this. I have to fess up to something. And this is a little embarrassing, but I do need to confess. I am the one who blocked the Suez Canal with the boat. It was me. I did it. I'm sorry. It's an embarrassing story. I was a little drunk, and I told my girlfriend I could do a really good 3-point turn, and I misjudged a little bit. I ran away. Nobody knows it was me. They didn't catch me. And then, sorry about the global supply chain. It just messed up a little bit. No, that's not true. Obviously, I'm fucking around. That's not true. I am, though, the person who put the shrimp tails in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I did do it. I work, not a lot of people know this, I work nights at the Cinnamon Toast Crunch factory, and I've been learning a lot about Cajun cooking, and I thought, what if we make it a gumbo, and it kind of backfired. I'm fucking around. I do need to confess, though, that I am Bean Dad. I don't know if you remember. Only one person made a horrible gasping sound when I said that. When I said I was a horrible meme from 6 months ago. Was it 6 months ago? I fully have no idea how long ago Bean Dad was. If you told me that Bean Dad happened 3 years ago, I'd believe you. If you told me it was last week, I'd believe you. My sense of time is so distorted. The bit I had in mind is like, what if Bean Dad was like Banksy, and people were like, "Who is Bean Dad? We must know." Instead of it all just being, "Oh, it's that asshole. We all hate him." There's a thing right now where, if you guys notice, it used to be good to go viral. When you went viral in the past, you used to like go on the news and like maybe you get to be in a commercial and make some money. Now you don't want to go viral. Like, if I share content and it's very popular, everyone is gonna start telling my horrible secrets. Everyone is going to know, they're all going to start talking about why I'm a total piece of shit. So don't go viral. Or if you do go viral, just don't do horrible things. That's maybe an easier ask. Just don't be a fucking asshole if you want to go viral. We need to teach kids from a nice age. You need to be good, not because Santa's going to find out, but because everything you do will be public now. So you need to be good from the moment you're born. We have socially enforced goodness. And let me be clear. I think that's a good thing. I'm in favor of it. But we need to tell children right away that those are the rules. That's what I believe. Anybody here vaccinated yet? We got anybody vaccinated?
Yow.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations. Good for you. We got, and maybe someone else? Anyone else? Okay, no, just the yow. Was that the sound of you being vaccinated? Was that yowl a thing of pain? This is great crowd work. Doing crowd work over Zoom, works perfectly. It couldn't be any better. I'm glad you got vaccinated. I think it's important we get vaccinated. I hope as it becomes more available around the country, I hope people continue to get vaccinated. A lot of people are worried about the vaccine. They're all scared. And everyone's like, listen to the scientists. You must listen to the scientists. I understand why that's hard. Both of my parents are PhDs. I spent the first 18 years of my life not listening to scientists. So I understand It's hard to. That's like It's like the hackiest joke I've ever told, and I literally came up with it 45 seconds ago. So I don't take too much responsibility for it. But people have all these weird concerns about the vaccine. Like one of the big rumors is that it changes your DNA. Don't get the vaccine because it changes your DNA. Now it does not change your DNA, but also, who gives a shit if it did? I mean, is your DNA that good? Are you like, are you a perfect specimen already? Is everything perfect about your body and brain and general person that you are? I think most of us could do with a little bit of shuffling. You know what I mean? Just roll the dice again for me. I think I could do a little bit better than my back. You know what I mean? And my general, my attention deficit disorder. I mean, now look, I could end up bald, but I'll take it. You know, I want to see, just hit random on the character creator for me a second time. That's what I want. Let's just hit random for a little while, and I'll take it. All right. That's all I got prepared. Are you guys ready for an amazing show?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have such a good time. Your first comic is so wonderful. You're going to love him. Please welcome Sammy Obeid, everybody.
Hey, how about Adam's set? Give it up for Adam's set.
Thank you.
That was great. I like how you said that the joke that I laughed at for like 5 minutes was the hackiest joke you ever wrote. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I like hacky. It's a good joke, Adam. I don't. If you don't want it, I'll buy it off you. My parents only got community college degrees, but I'll pay extra. Crazy that it's been a year now since all of this started, but I don't really count time by time anymore. I count it by how many masks I've broken. Anybody put their masks in the laundry and it comes out with like one strap working, one not? Has anybody had that situation? Make some noise. I feel like if 3 people clap, that's enough for it to be a real problem. Like one will be all broken, and then you have to tie it yourself so it loses slack. So then your mask slowly starts to slide to the other part of your face. At that point, it's not a mask; it's just like a really cool face piece, you know. And I'm really grateful to be doing this show. You know, not a lot of comedians run Zoom shows. Not a lot of comedians will do Zoom shows. I have a Zoom show of my own, not to brag. But trying to get comedians is so difficult. Like, you'll ask a lot of comedians and they'll say the same thing. They'll be like, oh, thanks for asking, but I feel kind of awkward standing in my living room telling jokes to a computer. So no, thank you. By the way, do you want to do my podcast? Yeah. I'll do your stupid Zoom podcast. I'll hit up comedians too. They're all big time now. They'll be like, yeah, here's my agent's email. I'm like, all right. So these are people I used to be friends with, you know? So every now and then I'll text my friend directly. I'll just be like, hey, tell your agent I said hi. Open the channels. Yeah. So I'm actually here. I'm at my parents' house. Like Adam said, I'm one of those people. I'm here. My niece is here. My sister's here. My niece she's on Zoom classes. She's failing. It's so sad. It's so sad because like she's failing in math, and I was a math major. That's why I do stand up now. She got my mom's like, you gotta help your niece. She got a 20% on her last quiz. I was like, what was the quiz on, like, specifically? She was like, proportions. I was like, well, she doesn't know that she's doing bad yet. But I think it'll be all right. I walked in. That's a good laugh. I walked in on my niece. My niece was editing my sister's yoga video. My sister, like, she teaches yoga virtually, and my niece was editing the video. My sister was like yelling at her. She's like, no, the downward dog goes first. Get it right. I was like, this is child abuse in 2021. You know? This is what it is. I was like, you don't have to do this. Like, if your mom's asking you to edit videos. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm really good at it. So now she's doing my comedy videos. Do what you can. I'm a younger sibling. Any younger sibs out there? Make some noise. Yeah, you like that attention, don't you? Right? That's what they say about us. They say we love attention. They say that like we're needy and all sorts of. It's always the older siblings who are like providing this shade. And there's like, oh yeah, you just always want to be the center of attention because you're the younger sibling. And like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm sorry that you weren't enough, And people often say, well, what if you were like the mistake, Sammy, as the younger sibling, like you were the oops? Like, well, they kept me, so that's enough. You know what I mean? Like, if you were truly enough, they wouldn't have. Sorry, that's as edgy as I'm going to go on this children's show. And then there's the only child too. Any only children out there? Okay, nobody wants to admit that. That's fine. Only children. There's a lot of well-behaved only children, but there are many who really cling to that identity. They're like, yeah, I need constant attention because I was an only child. Like, or you were an only child because you were so fucking needy. Your parents didn't want to have another one of you. They're like, oh my God, this is what a kid's like? No, we're only having one. But, of course, everybody's going to blame their parents for some kind of baggage. Like, my parents never talked to me. Like, maybe you weren't that interesting if you were like thought of it like that. My parents would spank me. Like, maybe you could have like knocked over one less vase. I don't know. Just all right, that's where you draw the line. I know that the only reason I do that is because and this is the hackiest joke I ever wrote. Because I once said that at a show, and somebody came up to me after, and she's like, with that bit, you're normalizing child abuse. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not normalizing child abuse. Humans already did that. I just wrote a joke. Yeah, but everybody wants to disagree with everybody nowadays. There was like a tragedy last week, and I shared some fund to go to the victims' families, and my friend was like, "You're virtue signaling," and I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, then you're vocabulary signaling." And then he's like, "No, I think it means that you're like showing that you believe in something that you don't normally believe." I'm like, "Yeah, I normally pro shooting. I'm so sorry, I forgot that." But for some reason, this one, I saw other people. I was like, "Oh, is this shooting not okay, people?" Okay, and then I spoke out. That's actually how I roll. No, it was it was particularly devastating because Asians have been being targeted for violence in these last few months and weeks, and I'm actually Asian American, like on the other side of the coast. It's not we had our time for sure for a long period of time, but I told this to my friend. I was like, I'm Asian American, and he was like, "No, you're not." I was like, he's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Well, now you're continent signaling." And he's like, "Well, it's just kind of convenient that like suddenly Asians are the targeted race and now you're claiming Asian." I'm like, "Yeah, this whole time I was really playing it safe with the Middle Eastern thing." But it's sad, and another shooting this week, and it's like counting shootings is depressing. But I'll tell you, it's depressing when you count upward. If you count downward to the inevitable end of humanity, it's a lot less depressing. I'll tell you that much. Thank you, one person like that. But gun control is such a weird issue because nobody can really agree on what the best kind of gun control is. And mental health checks seem very important, but at the same time, like, are mental health checks really going to work? Because like, you take a mental health check, you pass, then you buy a gun, and then you get on Bumble and one person ghosts you. Then what? You know what I mean? Like, we've all been there. We've all been ghosted. That's not a sane state of mind. So my idea is that all guns should come with free therapy. Free mandatory therapy. Like, here's your AR-15 and here's your appointment with Dr. Feinstein on Tuesday. Well, maybe not the AR-15, maybe just like a pistol. You know what I mean? But you know what it is. And then you go to the therapy session, you work out your thoughts, and you let them know how you're feeling, and then the therapist's like, "Great, you sound good. Here's your bullets." They give you the bullets, So yeah, like it's you go there to get your ammo, both physically and mentally, And yeah, see, like you go in there and you're like, yeah, I love my wife, I love my family, I love my coworkers. Like, awesome, here's 20 bullets. Go shoot at some animals, you happy fuck. But then if you go in there and you're like, yeah, I'm having all these negative thoughts, I hate everybody. You're like, oh, here's one bullet for now. Sorry, that is where I officially crossed the line. But I'm glad you laughed at that more than the shooting animals part. You're a good audience. Did the right thing. Sorry, I do have notes. I wanted to do a few new ones. I'm into oral. Anybody? Oral. In the ear. Oral sex.
Oh.
Too much. My last partner, she was awesome. I was so envious of her because she would get multiple orgasms every time. She would get multiple orgasms, but in multiples of 4 every time. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
It was nothing less, nothing more. It was like pop, 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 done. Yeah. I called her kumquat. All right. I'm so sorry. I have to apologize sometimes for these jokes. But I wrote that one broken mask ago. Yeah, I recently self-diagnosed myself with a disorder that I discovered on Wikipedia. It's called misophonia. You familiar? I'm sure Adam has heard of this, studied it up and down, right? Does anybody here have it? Make some noise if you have a little bit of that miso. It's where you get annoyed at other people for making very basic noises. So when someone breathes really loud next to you.
Oh no.
Yeah, see you have it. Or somebody like eats really loud, like you just hear them or drink. Yep, see there's different kinds. You see what I'm saying? It's basically you're hating on other people just for surviving. The most basic form of Darwinism. My least favorite sound is the one of a person eating an apple. Right, that's the worst because it's a chomp and swallow. It's like, and then you hear the fluids going, and then you hear those. It's a very, very crispy, obnoxious sound. I'm not Christian, but I think that's why they got mad at Eve in the Bible. I'm just saying, if it was a banana, we'd all still be in the Garden of Eden. Where my Christians at? Come on now. Yeah, I'm on Bumble. I'm talking to someone. She's a Seattle transplant, which is awesome. I've never been with somebody who identifies as a plant. Comedy was already hard enough to do in early 2020, and this whole thing made it so crazy. So thank you for supporting, I really appreciate it, and I understand that no matter what, comedy is always going to be a little bit offensive. Everybody is going to get offended at something somehow. And you have a lot of comedians now who are very resistant to this whole thing. They're like, what? Why is everybody so offended? Like, why can't I just pull my dick out on stage? Like, you're never supposed to do that, actually. There was never a time for that. But people, I'm just so surprised how many comedians get mad at this offended thing. And when anybody who knows about being a human being knows that we get offended like 10 times a day at this dumbest shit. I watched a full comedy show a few years ago, and I got offended at a few things the comedian said. And the thing is, because when you sit and watch a show and you get offended, maybe you have some drinks, like it magnifies it. So I went home and for a moment, I had that thing where I was like, I'm an offended. I want to write a letter to a comedian, and I felt really shitty. And then, but I'll be honest, then I masturbated and I was totally fine. I know it sounds crude, but it really works. Like, it just gives you the endorphins, changes the whole mood. So really what I'm saying is it's totally fine to get offended. And if you do, just go fuck yourself. So thanks so much for having me. Get some self-love for all of us. Enjoy. I appreciate you for coming out here today.
Hey, giving over Sammy Obeid, everybody. Woo. Sammy, give it one more. Come on, give a round of applause, Sammy Obeid. Thank you. So, Sammy, plug your Zoom show. When's your Zoom show?
Yeah, so we do weekends, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday as well. So yeah, check us out. And Adam said he might do it sometime, so come on out.
I'd love to do it sometime. And we just put the link in the chat. and tell me what is your secret for running a good Zoom show? Because I know I've done bad ones. I know so many comedians think they're only bad.
Yeah.
I think I've got my way to make it fun. How do you try to make it a good show?
Your process is hot. I am so critical of Zoom processes because we've been doing it for a year now, and I took notes on yours. It's really original and good. You found the way to get. Yeah. The
Thank
clutch
you.
thing is allowing people to unmute in the beginning, giving them their right as an American or whatever, wherever. They may not be watching from a free country, but they're free in this Zoom, all right? They can unmute themselves and encouraging people to laugh. And I think that's the biggest thing where a lot of people fall short. They create these little silent films that we left behind in the 20s, you know?
Well,
So,
you gotta bring it out of people. It's a lot like
absolutely.
It is like sex. You know what I mean? You can make yourself laugh, but it doesn't feel as good. It feels better when someone else makes you do it, but it takes some work. You know what I mean? You got to make a space where we're going to be okay doing that to each other. You know, I've just taken the metaphor too far. I've made myself uncomfortable, but you guys follow.
Right. And just like sex, somebody needs to go first to bite the bullet. So that's how you guys have sex.
Honey, let me just get this out. Let me just get this out of the way, and then it'll be easier for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so tell us one more time. Comedy KO Comedy. Sorry.
KOComedy.com. All you gotta do is RSVP, and then you'll get access to all the shows every week. And we have amazing shows. We have open mics too, if you want to try comedy. So we do it all. We do it all. So yeah, come on through.
Keep it going for Sammy Obeid, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Folks, that is Sammy. We got 2 more big comics for you. Before we keep going, I want to thank all the raiders from Hal Sparks' stream who came by. Thank you folks so much for dropping by the stream. Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
No problem, Bicycle Mike. No problem. But I wanted to tell you the ground rules because I saw you join late, Bicycle Mike. I'm gonna share the stream here. I'm gonna share the Zoom room in the chat. You're welcome to join our live laugh if you're coming in from Twitch. All that we ask is don't make any other sounds than laugh. Mute if anything else is going on in the background, and do not start your video. And I noticed we got a couple folks in our Zoom room who are muted. We have folks who are muted. And I want to encourage you to unmute. I want to encourage you to unmute for the next comic because we need your laughs, and they're going to make the show better, and it's a safe space for laughter. No one is going to judge your laugh and say, I think that's a weird-sounding laugh or anything like that. Where you're just going to be contributing and making the world of comedy better if you're able to unmute. So how about this? I challenge you, if you're in the Zoom room and you're muted, unmute yourself when I bring our next comic to the stage. He is absolutely wonderful. You're going to love him. Please give a big round of applause, unmute and applaud for Michael Longfellow, everybody.
Woo!
Hey! Hey, one more time for Sammy and Adam and everyone. Bicycle Mike. All right, I'm going to do some stand-up comedy. I'm very curious to see if I still know how.
We're easy.
2021, we're here, huh? It's good, right? It's better. I live in LA. I almost died twice in traffic today. It felt nice. It was like the city's breathing again. Good to see. I flipped a guy the bird. I was like, "Fuck you, buddy," but also good to see you, dude. It's, way to survive. Way to keep it hustling. There's a little storming of the Capitol up top in 2021. Just a goodbye kiss from 2020. Just come on. How could we? Sounds boring, storming the Capitol. I'd storm Dave and Buster's. You know what I mean? They have chicken and games. What's the Capitol even have? Desks and people? Ew. I'd get 2 feet in there. I'd be like, bro, let's go to Dave and Buster's. This place blows. Wait a federal offense here. We're going to jail for 20 years. Let's get some wings. Let's play that horse racing. I got unemployment for the first time in 2020. That was pretty good. I made more money more consistently on unemployment than ever on employment. And I think when this is all said and done, I intend to continue seeking work in the unemployment field. I love stand-up, but this is just a dollars and cents decision, you know? You're fun chasing dreams, but I think it's time to grow up. Did anyone advance their life during the... We were all going to learn how to play the piano, finally, weren't we? You know? And then we didn't do anything. The first night, I was like, I might finally finish that screenplay. And then a week in, I was like, I might brush my teeth today. It's 50-50. I am sad and the bathroom's over there. So it's a coin toss. There was nothing to look for. All we did was walk. The first couple of months, we just go on walks. That was all we had. So many walks. And even that, I don't like when people don't wait for the walk signal. This is how many walks I went on, that I have like particulars about walking etiquette now. I don't like when you get to a walk, you know, you're at an intersection waiting for the walk signal. There's a guy, he's waiting with you, and then he goes before the walk signal, and now you look like you're afraid to cross the street. Humiliating. It's a mask. Why don't you flick my little nuts before you go across the street? Your attitude. You in a rush? You got a date with my girlfriend you're late for? What is it? That's what I want to say to him, but I hang back and I wait for the walk signal because those cars are heavy and they're coming fast. I miss when years sucked because celebrities died. That used to be why a year would suck. You know, Tom Petty would die and we'd all get on Twitter and be like, what? Tom Petty died? 2017 sucks. 2020 came along and it was like, I would kill Tom Petty with my bare hands. If I could get a haircut. So that's a bad year. We had it great in 2017. Who knew? And I love Petty, and I'd watch the life roll out of his eyes, you know? You know what I mean? It's a bad year. Vaccine's coming. Put it in my wiener. I don't care. I want it. Don't take me out. Any side effect. I'll be your guinea pig. Hey, that GameStop thing was crazy. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything. Seemed like something really happened, though. I tried to know. There were some articles that were like, here's the GameStop situation explained simply. And it was 5 pages, and I was like, no. That's just another thing I don't get to know about. That's why I never got those. I never got those For Dummies books. If they're for dummies, why are they books? You know, as a dummy, you lost me entirely. Is that all my 2020 stuff? Oh no, I can't wait to get sick next year. Just not care at all. I'm vaccinated. I could be bleeding out of my nipples. I don't care. Vaccine. Every little thing that happened to you, you thought it was COVID this last year. It was so nerve-wracking. I went to the doctor. I was like, I've been crying a lot. And he was like, that's not. Well, you know, I'm usually a very brave boy. So, unless you're calling me a coward, pretty sure I have COVID. I got a dog for quarantine, and I'm over it. I'm wondering if there's a return the pet you bought for quarantine policy. I think I wanted to pet a dog, and I bought a dog. And I posted about him on Instagram, so everyone knows that I have him. He's got to stay alive. You just want a friend, and then you got to take it to the vet. It's gross. The word anal comes up a million times every time you go to the vet. It's my favorite word. The vet. First vet visit, he's like, well, your dog has an infection anally. You're gonna have to rub some ointment on him anally. I was like, hey, put him down.
Oh my God.
It sounds like I brought him in too late. Is what I'm hearing. You know, nothing we can do, huh? It's a shame. That's a damn shame. But I love these ointment on him anally. Who am I? You do it. You're the vet. Do it. They don't do it. They don't do anything. They just tell you what you got to pay and they give you this stuff. You love a vet when you're a kid. You're like, you save animals. No one is more noble than you. And then you get a bill from one as an adult. And you're like, I'm not paying this. You're not a real doctor. Do you know that? You're a fake doctor. Animal doctor? What are you, 6 years old? Grow up. For 40 nights, I expressed my dog's anal glands. 40 nights. What is it, a prophecy? You know? Written in the tombs. The hardest part about that whole thing was just getting behind the dog. Not even rubbing the, go home, try to get behind a dog that knows you're in front of it already. You can't do it. It's impossible. If you turn, he just also turns. Like, hey. You turned, I turned, we're all turning now. All you. I can't wait to see my dad get the vaccine, go kiss him or whatever. You know, we haven't been able to do that. It was just too dangerous. My dad's my hero. He's a divorce attorney who's been divorced multiple times, walks the walk, walks the walk. Is he a bad husband or a workaholic? Who knows? He's just an artist. He's passionate about his craft. All right, I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna leave. But you guys have been amazing and you gave me a reason to live tonight.
Oh.
Oh, well, it's a little dramatic. I would have made it. Which is nice.
Damn it.
I want to go to COVID Disneyland. I really do. I don't care. I want to go to it when they got the masks and it's not crowded. I love it. Let's do it. Because if you've ever been to Disneyland, you've noticed that it can make you think very bad things, you know, if it's too crowded. I got jealous of a kid in a wheelchair once when I was a Disney. That's not why I paid. Not why I paid $290 Disneyland, you know, to feel evil. But I've ridden 4 rides in 7 hours, and here he comes once again. You know, his wheelchair is a wonderful fast pass, perfect fast pass. Terrible thing to think. Terrible thing to think. And I said that once, and a lady came up to me after the show, and she was like, "Hey, comedian," it is not my name. Hey, comedian. I want to let you know that my son is in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed. The Disneyland joke. I don't think that you should do it. And I was like, Miss, oh my God, can I take him to Disneyland? You know, does he have time? All right, guys. My name's Michael Longfellow. Thank you so much. This was great.
Yeah. Keep it up for Michael Longfellow, everybody. Keep it going for him. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for being here. I have a burning question. I have a burning question for you. What is hanging in the basket behind you? Is it bananas on a piece of paper with an onion skin on top? The other side.
Which one is this? It?
Yeah, this. I see bananas. I see a piece of paper, and is there an onion skin in the middle one?
There's a full onion.
A full
Not
onion.
only the skin.
That looks like a shallot.
Bananas and onions in the same place in this house.
And is there a piece of paper in there? Is this just do you just suspend your trash from the ceiling? Is that what you do?
There's waste and trash in there. That should have been thrown away so long ago. But I think it's the things that the onions come in, and they just, I don't think we've ever thrown one away. I think they're all in here 3 years ago.
The onion bags? Normally people put a nice tomato in there. But you, it's...
I think we might have some of those. And then, oh, wow, I see what you're seeing. Yeah, this is just a full onion skin. We can get rid of this.
Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't know you could see that the whole time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is just the television show where I make over comedians' apartments.
Yeah, well, I could sell this.
What's your dog's name?
Samson.
Samson is a cute name for a dog. Is he strong?
He's strong in spirit. This is a picture of him. He's not home right now.
Oh, fuck you.
Who has a picture like this? My mom's boyfriend took it because we gave him to them for a little while because there's a backyard over there and he was very trapped here during the quarantine. So he sent me that.
Oh my gosh! Is that a puppy picture? Or is that how the dog looks now?
This is, I mean, the the pandemic aged us all, but this was a recent, a decently recent. photo.
Unbelievable. And you would joke about murdering such a precious.
Aw.
I would never do it. It's too expensive, anyways.
Michael, what do you got to plug for us?
Oh, I forgot to. So I March 22nd, the first episode of my podcast is coming out. It's called Podfellow. Give that a listen if you're an angel. I would really appreciate it.
But Michael.
Or April 22nd.
April. I was gonna say it's March
My bad.
25th. Are we? I know there can be a lag on Zoom, but this is ridiculous. Okay, so it's say it one more time. It's called
Podfellow, and it's coming out on April 22nd.
Incredible name for a podcast. Podfellow, April 22nd. Check it out. Thank you so much. One more time for Michael Longfellow, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we have one more comedian for you. I'm just going to keep the show moving right along. I'm not going to do any bullshit in between, okay? I'm going to keep the show moving. Are you ready for it? I want to hear it.
Yeah.
She is absolutely hilarious. She does extremely funny TikToks. She does extremely funny Instagrams. And now she's bringing her app talents to Zoom. Please give it up for Dylan McKeever, everybody.
Hi. Oh, app talents. Thank you. Thanks, Adam. I feel like people are so confused about like non-binary identities right now, right? Like, how can you be neither male nor female, right? Pronouns. But guys, after this year, I feel like we all know exactly what that identity is, right? We've all been like trapped inside, not performing identity, slowly realizing that we're just like creatures trying to find our next meal. Right? It's like, am I gonna wear a thong or boxer briefs? And the answer for all of us is neither. We're all raw dog and sweatpants. Okay. 130% of you are raw dog and sweatpants right now. Anyway, my name is Dylan McKeever. Dylan McKeever, which I think it's a name that doesn't fit me at all, right? This isn't what you picture when you hear that name. Like when I hear my name, I imagine a very pale, very redheaded Irish boy, you know? Sort of like, aye, who's that handsome brogue traipsing over green cliffs of Dover? Aye, that's that Dylan McKeever boy. Send him a pint of Jameson, whatever. I mean, it sort of makes sense because my dad actually is Irish. He's half Irish and half Mexican. So y'all could probably guess what his favorite food is, right? Anybody? Right. It's the body and blood of Christ. Makes sense to me. My mom is third generation Chinese, so her favorite food, Costco hot dog, right? We lost our culture many generations ago. This is all like a roundabout way of saying that I am triracial, or in layman's terms, just very sexy. Yeah, welcome. It's like I'm catnip for mediocre white guys out there. But no, there's a more pertinent reason why my name doesn't fit me, and that's because I'm trans, and I was just too lazy to change my name when I came out, you know? Right? Because look, it's so much work. You got to like go to the DMV and fill out a bunch of forms or something, and it's like, do I identify as a woman? But I kind of identify as an exceedingly lazy person before that. Right? a little hierarchy of identities. Anyway, I know what's going through all your heads right now. I know you're all gagging over this unclockable ahi tuna fish femme realness that I'm serving up. But yeah, I'm trans. I love it. It's my identity. And shit, that's all I really came here to say. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you. No, okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I got more shit I want to say. What am I talking about? A lot of people come up and ask me, they're like, Dylan, have you done it? Like, did you do it, girl? Did you go out and do it, baby? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, have you had the surgery? Yeah. And first of all, I want to say, oh my God, thank you so much for asking. I love fielding questions about my genitals, especially here in the 12 items or less line at Trader Joe's. Second, shit, that's like a really personal question, one I don't always feel comfortable talking about, mostly because I don't want to be reduced to what's in my pants, right? None of us do. But this is the Adam Conover show. This is a safe space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can talk about it here. Okay, well, I guess I just want you guys to know that, like, with a lot of time, a lot of pain, and a shit ton of money, that, I actually did get the surgery. I got a second dick installed, y'all. Yes! Yes! Fuck. Let me tell you, it is phenomenal. Okay, like I finally feel like I'm in the body that I was meant to be born in, right? Little double pump action. I can play both bongo drums at the same time, and I can DP your girlfriend by myself. So. If you guys have any more questions about my body, feel free to keep it to yourself. All right. I'm thinking about, let me try something new. This is like kind of like a sadder, longer story, so buckle up. When I was in kindergarten, 5 years old, there was this costume box in the back of the classroom. And one day this kid named Eric Fisher went back there, and he put on this Wonder Woman costume, and he started parading around the room. Funniest shit we'd ever seen. Kids were just like dying laughing. So funny. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do that. Like, that's such a good joke. I'm gonna do that. So the next day I went and found the costume. I started putting it on. I got it halfway up. When I looked over to this hallway that like connected our room to this other classroom, and I saw this girl there with this horrified look on her face. And I felt so embarrassed and like, I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my God. So ashamed. And I took it off. I didn't follow through. And it's a sad story because even at 5 years old, my context for a boy wearing girls' clothes was either funny or shameful, right? That like internalized transphobia was like already in me at 5 years old. But what's really heartbreaking and like something that I don't know if I'm ever going to get over that still like haunts me is that I was a fucking hack, I can't. I was fully ready to pull that kid's joke, no alterations. Gallagher 2, completely. Anyway, no laughs from that joke. Too heavy. Well, maybe I'll finish up with this. Like, I looked up Eric later on Facebook, and he's like doing the dad thing. He's like has a wife and kids. He's wearing dude clothes, and 30 years later, you know what? I'm still wearing women's clothes. So who's the hack now, Eric? No? I've committed to the bit. All right. What? How much time do I have here?
You got another 5 minutes if you want it.
Okay. Let's see. Sad. Should I go sad? No. Oh, okay. I'll leave. I'll maybe wrap up. I feel like the sad stuff isn't really working. I've been dating men for the first time in my life. I don't know what you're thinking. Boo.
Yikes.
I wanted to try it out. Yikes. Yes, exactly. I wanted to try it out. I spent my teens and 20s dating women, and I wanted to realize that it's never too late to make a mistake. But no, not a mistake. Just different. It's very different. Let me give you an example. If I'm in bed with a woman and things are going well, I might just stop and say like, hey, I just want to check in with you and make sure everything's going all right. If anything needs to change, like just let me know. I want you to know that I love sharing this space with you. I love sharing this intimacy with you. I want you to know that I see you. I honor you. You're a goddess and a queen, right? Normal shit. And she'll say the same thing back. She'll be like, Dylan, you're a beautiful angel, and I'm so glad that you decided to spend your brief time on Earth with me. Right? We'll go back to fucking. It's like 5 seconds. Normal, just check in. The problem is that I find myself doing the same thing with men that I'm sleeping with. And it goes much different. It goes like, hey, like things will be going along, and I'll stop, and I'll be like, hey, I just want to check in. Like, is everything going all right? And he'll just be like, yeah. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Like, if anything needs to change, like, you let me know. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to talk to you. And I'll be like, look, I know you're a straight guy, and up until this moment, you've never had a dick in your mouth, let alone two, in my case. Are you enjoying that, you dumb fucking slut? Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm Dylan. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Adam.
Oh my
Bye, guys.
God, Dylan McKeever, everybody. Dylan McKeever, give it up for her. My God, Dylan, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Adam.
Chat was going wild on the Twitch chat. People fucking loved it. People also said I cannot do my makeover show with your apartment because, my God, your decorating is beautiful. Look at this. Look at the plants.
Not for long. I'm moving soon. You can see some empty shelves. I'm starting to pack it up.
How dare you move from a place with such beautiful built-ins, Dylan?
I know, it's heartbreaking.
It's amazing. You're moving to Los Angeles soon, you told me. That's wonderful.
That's right. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
I think so. You seemed skeptical about me moving to LA. You were like,
no,
you
need to move to LA. It's a worse place than where you currently live in. You'll be less happy. But I'm happy for you.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's a fucking Faustian bargain we all have to truck with in order to become comedians.
Yeah. And like I said before, I'm moving to LA to become famous, which I'm pretty sure has never gone wrong for anybody, right?
Yeah. Fresh off the
Right?
bus,
It's
it
worked out
always
for
goes
everyone.
well.
You go from the bus to the Capitol building. I don't know. I mean Capitol with a Capitol Records. Not the.
Oh, got it. I thought you were storming. I thought you were storming the Capitol.
No.
Okay. Now, if you were to choose a different name, did you put any thought into a name that you might choose if you were not so lazy about your name choices?
Well, I would change my last name because I was thinking about this just for showbiz. You know, I would take my mom's maiden name, which is Wong. I like that. I like that open vowel name. Like, you got a great name. You got open vowel names all over the place. Adam Conover. You got like 3. Dylan McKeever is it's like a restricted
McKee. Yeah.
Dylan McKeever. You don't even have to open your mouth to say my name. But I think for showbiz, boom, you want those big vowels, you know?
That's a good point. Yeah, you're all constrict. Dylan McKeever.
Dylan McKeever. You like naturally throw your head back. It's not good.
Right, versus Adam Conover. You're shouting it from the mountaintops.
You got it. You understand. So maybe Dylan Wong, but I mean, there's Ali Wong already. I don't know.
True. Any first name? What's a open voweled first name?
No, my first name is perfect.
It's a
I
wonderful
can't change
name.
that.
It's a wonderful name. I wasn't at all. I'm just trying to make conversation, okay? I'm just doing my best. What do you have to plug for us? Is there anything for you to plug?
I've been really enjoying pickled red onions. I want everyone to listen. And we had bread like a year ago. It's time for pickled onions. They're easier. They're easier than baking bread.
You making pickled onions?
Yeah. There's like 3 ingredients, and one of them's water.
How do you do it? I've made bread. I've pickled things. I've made kimchi, which is wonderful. I've never made a pickled onion. How do you make a pickled onion? I'll make it right now.
Yeah, okay. All you need is water and vinegar. I think you do equal parts. You boil them up. You can throw some peppercorns in there.
Mm-hmm.
You chop up your red onion. You just put it in a jar and pour it over. That's it.
And you leave it for a little while, and
From the
later you
fridge.
eat it.
Yeah. It's a quick one. It's not like you got to eat it fast, like within the week.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 weeks maybe. It's not like you're going to be eating this like 6 years from now and you're going through it.
This sounds great, and I can't wait to try it. But I was talking about plugs for your project. Where can people see
I
you?
get it now.
You follow? I'm happy to learn about the onions, but
Adam,
come on.
I'm learning so much about showbiz in this Zoom show.
I'll teach you everything. Once you get here, give me a jingle and we'll talk, okay? We'll you got to go to Showbiz 101, all right?
All right.
We'll
You know,
put
I'm
you through
going to
your
keep
paces.
plugging pickled onions whenever I can. But I'm on Instagram at DMakes, DEEMAKES. That's where I post most of my stuff.
Now I
on
saw your
TikTok
stuff
with the
first
same
on
thing.
I saw your stuff first on TikTok, but you feel you post on Instagram and then what? You post it later on TikTok, or are you TikTok native
or
and then you post to Instagram?
Sometimes I got a video that's over a minute long, so I can't bring that to TikTok.
True.
You know? Unless
True.
I speed it up.
And I feel like these services just have different lengths to fuck us. Like Instagram Reels are only 30 seconds, so that you can't post your TikToks. That's why they do it.
It's fucked. They have us in a prison.
As content creators, we are in a prison. All right.
No one has it harder. No one has it harder.
Dylan McKeever, she's so fucking funny. Go follow her on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at DMakes. Give it up one more time. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, folks, that is our show. Thank you so much for being here. Did you folks have here? I'm going to put all 3 comic names on the screen so everyone can go follow them. Give it up one more time for Sammy Obeid, Michael Longfellow, and Dylan McKeever. Can I hear one more round of applause for him? You folks are like, we've been doing this for so long. We've been cheering in our room for like a fucking hour now. I thank you folks so much for being here. You can log off and filter out of the room. We had a great time. We do Stopgap stand-up every Thursday at 6 p.m., and it's a free goddamn show. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, everybody. And this is what I'm going to talk to Twitch chat. This show is free to you. I pay the comics. We pay the comics, and we pay our wonderful booker, Catherine, who is in the chat as Cat Loves Comedy, and she's here moderating for us. And so if you are able to cheer, to give us one of them Twitch cheers, if you are able to subscribe or gift a sub to another person, if you are able to make a direct donation via the Streamlabs tip jar, which is, I believe, streamlabs.com/Adam Conover/tip. And also there's a link down below that's a picture of a tip jar. You click that, you can tip there. We will thank you so much. Amy Casey already donated $25, which I really thank her for doing. Agar donated 20 bits. We got more bits from Agar. Not Explosive, just subscribe. Thank you so much, Not Explosive. I would love to get a little hype train going. I'm gonna mute you folks who are still in the Twitch chat, just who are still in the Zoom chat, if you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. I thank you all for being here. Feel free to log out if you like. Whatever you want to do is fine by me. Malcatraz just subscribed. Hey, that's my buddy Brian. Brian, thank you so much for subscribing. I think after this I might go play some Valheim, Brian, on our Valheim server if you want to join me. Thank you so much for subscribing, Mal. Oh, actually, no. He did not subscribe. Anna Derailed gifted him a sub. So thank you so much for gifting a sub to my cheapskate friend Brian, who did not subscribe himself. It's fine. He works in the business. He's like, I don't need to. It's fine, Brian. I'm just fucking with you. Don't worry about it. You're not a cheapskate. I'm just fucking around, Brian. It's all good. Anna Derailed, though, thank you so much for the donation. Anybody else? Queen Hawk, thank you for donating. You saved me from my tongue-tiedness by donating $10. Appreciate you so much, Queen Hawk. Let me put down my goddamn standing desk that I put up an hour ago because my back hurts now. I've been standing up for an hour. I'm a little older than I used to be, everybody. I can't quite do it. Oh, God. Here we come. Thank you so much for the donation, Queen Hawk, for the $10. Appreciate you. The eco check. Why'd you say dude? Oh, we should have an open mic night. You guys want to have an open mic sometime? We could do that. We could do an open mic. Open mics can get a little hairy sometimes. You get people saying some shit that you don't want to hear. If you do an open mic, someone's going to say something racist, and I'm going to have to hit mute, because that's how open mics are. But we can do it. We can do it. You wouldn't embarrass yourself. Don't worry about it. Oh, Clancy Knocked donated $10. Thank you so much, Clancy Knocked. Appreciate you. And we got a hype train going. Cold Applesauce subscribed. Now the hype train's on its way. Holy shit, we love a hype train around here. Thank you so much. We love this weird mustardy color that it uses for the hype train. We're already 95% of the way to level 2. Can someone get us to level 2? Holy crap. Glad you liked it. D-Makes is in the Twitch chat. Someone gift D-Makes a sub. Someone gift Dylan McKeever a sub. Someone can do it for bringing us such good stand-up comedy. And if she's gifted a sub, then she'll get to be able to get this. We got all these bonuses. We got custom emotes. We have a Discord for the server you can subscribe to down there where there's a special sub-only chat where I'll chat with you. Mortar Warg, thank you for the 100 bits. That brings us a little closer to our goal. Appreciate that. There we go. Woo, baby. I'm thanking everybody. You're all such nice people. And while we're waiting for people to do some donations, this is the fundraiser part of the stream. I'm free to answer your questions and your answers. What? I'm free to answer your questions. I will do a Q&A. Ask a question and I'll answer it. What the fuck am I saying? Oh my God, Sancta Monica says, D-Makes, I love you. I've seen your marbles video like 50 times. It gives me such vicarious euphoria. I love that video. Anna Derailed gifted a sub to D-Makes. Hell yes, D-Makes, welcome to the Adam Conover community. And thank you, Anna Derailed, for the gift. Amazing. Snarky One asks, what else do I play? I play fucking everything, Snarky One. I was playing some Loop Hero this weekend. I got a little bit burned out on it, but I did have some fun playing Loop Hero. I was just talking with friends about maybe playing Monster Hunter Rise. Thinking about it. I can't join the Zoom anymore. It swirls because the Zoom is over. When is my Netflix show about the U.S. government coming out? Very good question. So I'm working on a new Netflix show called The G Word about the U.S. government, and we are filming it soon. So it will be out. I'm going to guess 2022, very sadly. I'm going to guess 2022, but I hope very soon. Any plans to play more Halo? I would like to play more Halo with my friend John. Yeah, I gave my friend John my old gaming PC, and we played some Halo together, which was a very good time. Looking forward to playing Rise soon. Now, are you folks worried about the drop in quality from Rise, like just graphics, like about it feeling a little bit jank, you know what I mean? You want me to play more Minecraft? I did have fun playing Minecraft with friends a little while ago. I did. Absolutely. If we get to level 3 of the hype train, I will play Valheim after this. I will. I swear to God, I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking play some Valheim, okay? My friend on my Valheim server just said, okay, so I lost a carve, but I gained very valuable information. 1, Valheim is flat. 2, there is an edge. 3, you can sail off it. That's so funny. I had no idea you could sail off the edge. Oh my gosh. Bry Lots resubscribed for 2 months with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Here's a really cool fact. If you are a member of Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to this channel for basically free because you get a free sub a month with Amazon Prime. Isn't that neat? You can spend your fucking Bezos bucks here. And guess what? I'll get a little bit of money. Not as much as Jeff Bezos. He gets a bunch of the money because guess what? I guess Bezos needs more fucking money. But, it's fine. You had no clue I had a Twitch. Well, you got to learn. You learned today. Adam Rocks, thank you very much for saying so. Afro Joe Dawookie. Afro Joe Dawookie. Glad to hear you're a Wookie. His name's Joe. He's got an afro. He's a Wookie. What else you got to know about this guy, huh? What else you got to know about him? All right, we got 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the hype train, and we don't have to get to level 3. It's not required for us to get to level 3. No one's going to be mad if we don't get to level 3. But we could try to get to level 3. We got 1 minute left. We're 57% of the way. Can we make it? We all get emotes. We all get fake we all get fake digital goods. If I offered a fucking NFT, I bet you guys would do it. I bet you guys would give money for an NFT. Well, why not for emotes? Emotes are just as good as an NFT. You could use can an NFT express an emotion? I don't think so. So what are you gonna do about it? You don't even know what Valorant is. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Non-fungible transfer. Well, I thank you folks so much. Oh my God, Comedy Hub has hosted us with 66 viewers. Comedy Hub is hosting us. Incredible. That's another stand-up hub. Oh, Not Explosive cheered 100. Thank you so much for cheering Not Explosive. Really appreciate that. Non-fungible donations, streamlabs.com/AdamConover/tip. Absolutely. Absolutely. NFTs are very stupid. I absolutely agree. Pog. We made it. Okay. Thank you, folks, for donating. Comedy Hub just subscribed. Thank you so much. You just missed Comedy Hub, the end of the hype train. But that's okay. We got some great support here from everybody. Twitch, hype train. We got all these hype train emojis. What are the hype train emojis? We got like a hype mage. What is this guy? We got this guy here. I guess that's a little emoji we got. Yeah. All right. Shall we play some Valheim? Did I say Valorant before? Should we play some Valorant time? Oh, Comedy Hub. Don't worry about it. You're all good. Folks, go give Comedy Hub a follow if you want to see more stand-up comedy on Twitch, which I know you do because stand-up comedy on Twitch is the best. We're going to play some Valheim, I think. I just got to go get myself some food. I got to go get myself some food while and heat it up in the microwave while I load up Valheim. I thank you for the raid, Comedy Hub. Well, you hosted. You didn't raid, but you know. All right, let's do some Valheim.